You're not seeing yourself, you're seeing the signal surviving the noise. The shimmer that flickers and stiffens again in the poise. Layers get lacquered, get patterned, get packed in a loop you deploy. Distortion gets comfortable quick when repetition destroys. Look again, don't adjust, don't correct, don't finesse the view. Let it sit, let it split, let it show what it never lets through. Stay still long enough, watch the surface unstick from the proof. When the mirror stop moving, you start telling truth. I build a self out of signal and static, systematic but masters organic. Habits adaptive, reactive, attractive, but actually crafted to manage. Patterns performing in pains of perception, reflections reflecting reflections, identity stretched in a mesh of projections, compressing confessions to sections. Every reflection got lag in the frame, dragging the glass when I angle the name. Version and curve till it served what I claim. Polished and posed but it fractured the same. I called it growth but it goes to the core. Edited edges, avoided the source. Cut what was real just to fit what was forced. Kept it together by splitting the form. Noise in the system got dressed like intention. Tension presented as focused attention. Echoes of validation posing as vision. Rhythm of praise overriding suspicion. I sharpen the image but soften the centers. Enter a chamber of curated splendor. Clear on the surface but under the render. Splinters are whispering, this isn't tender. Cold glass hung with a thin blue tone. Fake buzz under it, low wind drone. Fingerprint smear with a light should hold. Breath on the pain, make the outline fold. Every line I define, gotta blur at the border. Order distorted by need for an order. Truth get filtered and poured into quarters. Sorted and stored in a safe or recorder. I speak like I mapped every inch of the frame. Claim I'm alive, but I'm bending the aim. Something stay off in the shape of the same. Subtle but stuck like a scratch in the grain. So I stand in the mirror, I learn to avoid. Noise meets void and the void get employed. No quick correction, no angle deploys. Just splitting the fracture, repeating, annoy, repeating. Close, stay still. That blur ain't real. Let go, don't fight. That shape ain't right. Now it align in a line I can't fake. Not louder, just tighter and how it'll wake. Like glass under pressure that measures the break. High frequency shimmer that tremor the shape. Overtone layered and taper and error. A resonance pressing the edge of the mirror. Every illusion I use as a bearer. Control get colder, collapsing the clearer. I feel where the fracture was factoring form. Pattern that gathered and scattered the norm. Distortion performing like shelter and storm. But warmth and the truth start altering form. Not breaking apart, more like cooling the field. Yielded a signal revealing what's real. Peeling the filter to numb what I feel. Sealing the split to the split start to heal. Sharpness and clarity carving the clutter. Cut through the cover, the color, the color. Ego get quiet and tighten and stutter. Fluttered and settled and level another. No need to defend what dissolves when it's seen. Seen in a scene that is finally clean. Truth doesn't argue a posture between. It lands and expands in a singular beam. Clash in the mind, start to mind what it shows. Shows what it knows when the laws overflows. Goals in the fall, there it goes what it chose. Chose what it was when the echo arose. What I was chasing was placed in a base. Base in the chest, keep the rest of this place. Heartbeat hidden like hands on the case. Ground in the glare in my face. But if this is clarity, why it still flicker when I try to name it? Low plug, stay down, no rush, hold ground, deep tone, alive, no force, just time. Look close, stay still. That blur is with. Let go, don't hide. That shape is mine. Now it's quiet, but quiet got weight. State that it's straight without needing a state. No extra layer to layer the slate. Just space that relates to the shape it creates. I don't need angles to angle the form. No performative norm to perform what is born. Everything settles, it levels, it warms. The storm gets absorbed and reforms in the norm. What felt like chaos was cast as a clash. Too many reflections overlap in the glass. Now it's one image, no split in the mass. No past to outlast, no mass to a mass. I don't feel separate, set in a scene. No split in the signal or slip in the stream. No edit embedded between what I mean and the scene that I see. When I'm seen as I seem, no pieces concealed or appeal to a road. The holes, the fold of the soul and control. The goal is removal, not gaining a goal. Just naming the noise that I'm making a scroll. You didn't find yourself. You refine what was reflected. Same mirror,